Hello everyone, today I thought I'd do a how to build for the new goddess, or not the new goddess Elizabeth, for a very old character, but she's still used him, she's come back in PvP meta, so I thought why not do a video on her. So, goddess Liz, as we know, is one of the most irritating characters in the game, mainly because of the fact she has she has a stun card, she has a shield, she has a heal and a reflect card with a revive, plus her relic makes her shield even stronger, which is many more times irritating than it should be. Stats wise, defense related stats, very low crit resistance, decent resistance, I give her that. But the rest of her stats are pretty mid. Luckily enough, you can just give her a Tommy link, she'll tank a little bit better. And then we come on to a stun card. Of course, level 1 it's just a normal card. Level 2 it's got the stun effect. Level 3 has a stun effect for 2 turns. Of course, the stun does cancel stances as well, which is also very useful, especially in today's meta, where Green Soriel and Queen Diane can be seen, as well as Chandler as well. So, you can take out all the meta teams with this one. So her shield is where she becomes slightly more broken. So her shield is 150% of your ally's attack, and it only takes damage from the basic stats when attacked. Well, what that means is the effect of the card will not work. For example, uh, Pierce. Pierce will not have the Pierce effect, but it will still do the same. Let's just say Purgatory Melee's AoE won't do that much, mainly because it's got a low multiplier. But if you were to use like a Margaret AoE or something like that, which has a decently high multiplier, plus Margaret's passive does buff her damage done to buffed enemies, the shield can still be decently broken, but that's when like her relic comes in. But we'll get to her relic in a second. Her ultimate so recovers HP of all allies by 60% of max HP. It reflects 100% of damage taken over 2 turns, and then heals half the damage reflected, which is pretty cool. Mine is 5/6. If I was to get a 6/6, this is what it'd be: 70%, 120%, which pretty much means you'd be dishing back more damage than you would take, which is actually terrifying. Because if you cannot one-shot a character, you'll one-shot yourself, because you'll be reflecting. Let's say you do 100k, you'll be taking 120k back, which could kill you, which is actually insane. I'm not sure if Escanor's death damage bypasses that, but it might not. Her passive, of course, we all know it's the revive, which can be very irritating, but her relic is where she really starts to shine. So her relic increases her shield value by 15%. That's the reason she's so good, because the shield itself, it's not like adding 15%. It's not 165%. It's 100. Well, it's 15% of that. So you end up getting, 20 something percent extra attack, which is pretty good. Sorry, 20% extra shield, which is pretty good, especially if like you're versing goddess team or teams that just have lots of really broken effect cards, especially ones like Escanor as well. And that's the reason she's so much better than the new Ludo. The new Ludo, if Liz did not have the shield, that Ludo I think would still be bad, because Liz has util as well, having the revive and the stun. But this relic is what makes her really good. So for gear wise, of course, fully pimped out HTB defense. Back in the day, I fully simped for this goddess Liz, buying all of her outfits, including her 2 event outfits. Got all her weapons, all her headgears, and of course having her Holy Relic as well. A Holy Relic gives her a decent amount of defense, very bad attack, and a very mediocre amount of HP. But of course, do have all of these maxed out, all of these maxed out, and all of these maxed out. Then what I'm missing is this one from the default one, and of course the top 100 Knighthood one. But overall, HP defense, give her a Tommy link, she'll tank decently better. The shield is bloody broken. She has 66,000 CC. But of course, I am very, I've got 9 million box CC, I've got Constellation 4. I'm not just your normal player, I've been playing for so long. Of course, I could probably get her to nearly 67,000 if I had my final copy of her. Her gear is practically perfect, so I can't really change that. So I could probably get her to 66,900 or 67,000, just over. But her CC isn't the worst in comparison to other characters, but she's decent. I do recommend, if you have her and you know, you want to use her on a goddess team, go for it. She's a decent character. Of course, limitations to that team. There are slight limitations to that team, like the old level of your Mael. You can use Margaret, you can use Soriel, you can use Alt Rush. That means you're going to run, you know, Alt Food, or you're going to run Melon in the back, or you're going to run both. You just got to take those things into consideration when running this team. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.